Your Excellencies, African heads of state, the World Bank President and your leadership team, it's a pleasure for the private sector to be given a chance. The private sector is a partner to the public sector and of course the government. We acknowledge and applaud the support the African public sector is being given. It develops the infrastructure that creates an enabling environment for the private sector. It invests in soft infrastructure like education and health, and we enhance the productivity of the African continent. But it will be necessary, Mr. President, to boost the capability of the private sector in two aspects. The private sector sweats and utilizes the infrastructure that is built with public funds. And that is the only way that you can enhance the return on the infrastructure being built in the African continent. We need the young population being educated to get jobs. The jobs are coming from the SMEs. The SMEs need to access funding. Private sector can provide funding, but SMEs require blended finance, and IDA would be a huge partner for the private financing. Secondly, the supporting the private sector leads to an integrated development approach, where you are developing from the private sector and the citizens themselves become active participants through private sector leading. Lastly, is the private sector, together with the donor community, together with the philanthropist, could use the support of VIDA as a blended finance to ensure inclusion. Nobody should be left behind as Africa transforms. And this is essentially then helps in de-risking and capacitating those at the bottom of the pyramid. Lastly, is to thank IDA, the World Bank Group, for listening to the voice of Africa. Africa knows what matters most, what the priorities are. So with listening to the voices of Africa, IDA's funds can only be more relevant to the needs of Africa. Thank you very much, Your Excellency.
Thank you, James Mwangi. I would now like to welcome on stage